everybody. All right, it is time for story time. So my body is in my learning spot. Let's give it a check. Thumbs up. My body's in my learning spot. My eyes are on my screen. I'm looking at the front cover of my book. My ears are listening to my teacher, Miss Roth. My hands are nice and still. My lips are zipped because when we listen, we do not talk. When we listen, we do not talk. What do you see on my front cover today? What's the picture on my front cover? What is that? Oh, I hear it's a flower, and I've got one right next to me. It's a flower. We are looking at the colored part, that pretty pink and yellow, that's called the petal. And then we see the green stem and the green leaf. We see a flower. What do you think this book is going to be about today? What do you think this book is going to be about today? I see a flower on the front cover, so maybe it's about flowers. Maybe it's about how flowers grow, what helps them. My title today is Watching the Seasons Spring. My title is Watching the Seasons Spring. Right now it is springtime in Michigan. We've been learning about flowers. We've been learning about what's growing on the trees. And the season is spring. So this book will teach us more about the season we are in, spring. My author is Emily Dawson. She wrote the book. And this again is nonfiction. This means all the pictures in this book are real and all the story in this book are true. It is real. Spring is new. In spring, new things grow. Snow melts and flowers poke up. Look at the little flowers poking up underneath the snow. Do you think they're cold? They would be probably pretty cold in the snow. In spring, tree buds grow. Buds grow into blossom. Apple blossoms are white. I'm going to use my binoculars and look out a window. I see out my window a tree with some buds on it. It's going to turn into blossoms and grow on my tree. In spring, robins make nests. They weave grass and twigs. Look at the robin, that bird. It has twigs in its mouth to make a nest. Mama robin lays eggs. How many eggs do you see in that nest? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3. I see 3 eggs in that nest. In spring, spiderlings hatch. They spin a silk string. They swing to a new home. Those are all those baby spiders, spiderlings. In spring, lambs are born. Mama sheep feed them milk. What sound does a lamb make? Do you know? Oh, I hear them. They go, bah. That's what our lamb says. In spring, days get longer. The sun gets later, sets later. Cal plays outside after supper. The sun stays out longer. In spring, it is muddy. Jen walks to school. She wears boots. Would you like to hop in a puddle like Jen? Give me a thumbs up for yes or a thumbs down for no way. In spring, it is windy. Shen flies a kite. He's got a kite on the wind. What do you do in spring? Let's think. What do you do in spring? Oh, I know. I try to go on some walks. I also call them hikes. I go on some walks or hikes to go look at all the nests that the mama robins are making, to look at all the new flowers. What do you do in spring? You can tell me or tell somebody next to you, what do you do in springtime? I hear that some people play outside. Maybe some people go and ride their bike. Oh, those are all good ideas. And here's a picture of our seasons. It goes spring to summer to fall to winter. We get all seasons in Michigan. All seasons. I am now going to draw a picture. Here's my paper. I'm going to draw a picture of what I do in springtime. Mrs. Roth said she walks or hikes up outside in a forest. So I'm going to draw me in a forest going on a walk. So here's my markers. I'm going to show you my screen. I know it's a little button at the bottom. I'm going to show you my screen today and show you what I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw me walking. Here's me. There's my head, my circle, my body. I'm going to draw just a stick figure. There's Mrs. Roth. I'm smiling because I like to be outside. And I'm going to have maybe a backpack on to carry my food and water. I'm going to have some binoculars that I can use to look at birds too. There's my binoculars. And outside, it should be very green, right? When it's springtime, things are getting green. So I'm going to draw my trees to show that I'm outside. That's the setting of my picture. I'm going to also draw maybe the sun, because when it's springtime, we get more sunlight. The sun sets later. So there's my sunshine. And I want to draw some birds in the sky too, like those mama robins. Here's a bird. I'm just going to draw its little wings. Here's another bird. I've got 1, 2, 3 birds. And now I'm going to draw maybe some flowers. Here's my flower. There's my flower on the ground. There's just a couple of them because there's new flowers in the soil. And it said it might be pretty muddy when I go on a hike. So I'm going to draw some mud on the ground too. There's the mud. Because it might rain and then the dirt gets all squishy with mud. All right, and I'm going to sign my name to this. I'm going to write Mrs. Roth. Here's my R-O-T-H. Mrs. Roth. You are going to draw a picture of what you like to do in the spring. If you told me you like to ride a bike outside, I want to see a picture of you riding a bike outside. If you told me you like to go sit and have a picnic with your mom or your brothers and sisters, maybe you'll draw some food. What kind of food would you bring on your picnic? Are you at a park? Are you in your yard or near your apartment? Are you by a tree? I want to see what you'd like to do in the springtime. All right, I'm excited to see your pictures. Have a nice day. Bye.